Here, like you have configured the Jenkins build for the SRW team initially. So thought of getting a demo from you, and also we have few queries regarding the IDs and similar queries we have. So yeah, so can we go ahead with the demo
Yeah,
first?
sure.
Yeah, we can have
Yeah,
the.
sure. So I'm trying to log in to our Jenkins instance. So as you can see, I'm sharing my screen. But something I'm not sure what's wrong with. If anything goes wrong, I will just share another screen. Give me a few seconds. We are having some LDAP problems. Just a few seconds, because I'm not sure who to ask today, because many people are on vacation who might help. Yeah, that's actually LDAP error again. I will find someone to ask. Just give me a few minutes. I need to poke you guys.
Sure, Pawel, no problem.
Macie możliwość te LDAP-owe hosty trzeba wkleić, żeby mieć LDAP-a? Tak. Okay, just it seems to be working now. No, it's still the same. Pure.com. Hopefully this will work. If not, we will have to. Oh god, bad time.
Możesz lecieć kolejnością właściwą. Najpierw jedynki, potem dwójki.
Okay, we are in. So I made some workaround because our DNS service seems to go down in very inappropriate moments. Okay, guys. So what I would like to start with is to describe how, because I guess that was your main question, how to deploy specific branch or commit onto SRW environments, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we use combination of free tools. We use Jenkins together with Chef and with Dot. Dot is our custom tool which talks directly to AWS. So in this case, the whole procedure looks like that. The task which is the most important, I mean, it's actually the main task that we use for SRW. All these other tasks are for different things. Probably some development, some POC and things like that. But anyway, SRW pipeline it's the one which is important for us. I will paste it to you on the chat. I'm not sure if you guys have LDAP, I mean P-root credentials. Do you have it? Are you using it?
P-root credential.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, okay. So after the meeting, if you guys try to log in to the address I pasted, I should be able to assign some after successful login. I can assign some more privileges for you, so you can do it your own. Yeah, so now the steps. So like I said, we use this SRW pipeline job and short description of what is it's doing. So there are multiple steps. So the first step, declarative checkout SCM, is we gather repository, SRW repository, and there is file which is called Jenkins file, and this file actually drives all the rest of steps. So each step does different thing, of course. So first step is downloading repository using Git, and it's downloading code from GitHub. From Bitbucket, of course. Second step, prepare resources. It's actually making some few modifications and reading things like version, because version is also embedded in code itself. So next step, unit testing is what developers wanted to have for some kind of, I mean, to start application unit tests. Also, those unit tests are written by development team itself. So when unit tests are successful, the next step is building package, and this step actually just build RPM CentOS package, which is then used to deploy application. Next step after building package is upload package, and what it does is we take RPM file and we put it using some to some custom YAM repository, and this YAM repository is then used by next step, which is update environment. And so far we are using two tools, Jenkins and our YAM repository. And in this update environment step, we are actually using two more tools, which I introduced before. So this Jenkins is actually talking with our dot instance, and then this dot instance is running Chef on specific application servers, which actually means that in this step we are installing the package which was uploaded and built in previous steps. And there is also some more complicated step, but it was requested by developers because, as you probably already know, SRW is using APG thing, and this step is about updating APG configuration. Then next step, prepare tests. It's prepare test. Actually, what it does is it's preparing configs for two next steps, which are GUI tests and API tests. And we have I mean all those things that I said we actually have on in our documentation, so I can send it to your email. I'm not sure if you have access to this page, but I can just create a PDF from this web page, which actually describes all those steps. I mean, briefly, but it's actually what I said before. I mean, what I described. So I know it's a lot of steps, but those steps are actually quite small. So I think it's not that difficult to understand, to remember. So, but you always have documentation. So, okay, so these are the steps. So each time we start this job, we build this job. It goes through most of the steps, but as you can see, for example, in this this run, some steps are actually missing. So it depends from what environment we are deploying. Some tests are skipped. So for example, this one, so when we deploy dev0 environment, we are not updating APG, we are not preparing tests or running GUI or API tests, because what developers mostly wanted is to run unit tests, because when unit tests are successful, their change requests get a vote, and when this is green, then they got +1 on running unit tests. Okay, so I can show you how to go through all those steps. So we use a build with parameters thing, and there are some briefly described fields that we need to use. So first field is branch, and it actually means what branch from SRW repository we want to build. So package is when we can use it if we want to use some package, some RPM file which was prepared previously. So when this is not, when this says branch, this is going to build branch, but we can scroll and look for all the other releases which were already built. And by using it, if we have some package which we want to reuse, then we just choose it from this select box. And if this select box is chosen, this thing is actually ignored. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but we will build the whole thing. And we also have environment, which is the destination environment when this package or branch will be installed. And we have for development environment, we have QA, staging, and production. If we are deploying on production, additional verification is required just to make sure that we actually want to put it in on production. So if we only choose it for production builds, so let's deploy on dev0, which is the mostly, I mean, it's the mostly used environment for this kind of tests or builds, and we just press build. And the whole deployment process is fully automated from now. So actually, the whole deployment thing, it's clicking this build with parameters, choosing branch or package and environment, and clicking build. So it's all automated, and now it goes through all the stages. So the first stage that I mentioned, check out SCM, and we are interested in this magical Jenkins file, which then is executed in the rest. It's executing the rest of steps. So this gets the whole pipeline, and we are now getting sources. So we are just checking out the branch that we chose before, and it gets built. And that's actually the whole story, because all the other things are happening. Some parts are happening on Chef, but the whole process, I think that the thing that you may mostly want to use, want to know, it's actually those few clicks and this pipeline, all those parts. Yeah, we can wait for it to finish, but it will take some time. As you can see, this part will take 4 minutes, this 4.5, another 5 minutes to upload package, and 2.5 minutes to actually install all those things on an environment. And when this is all done, this status shows where it was installed, and I can actually copy paste this and enter this environment which we just built. And that's whole story about deploying it.
Ask more. Uh, Paul, thanks for the detailed demo on the Jenkins. We would like to know the steps to connect other databases as well, like stage databases on our local machine, credentials for connecting those MongoDB.
Can you rephrase your question, because I'm not sure what you mean?
Sure. We are requesting the credentials to connect a QA and stage
Yes.
environment databases. MongoDB. Yeah.
Databases. So the thing with all the settings, we store all settings of all those environments.
Okay.
We store it in Chef environments. So it's because what most of the story happens on Chef, and this is where all the credentials are stored, all the URLs, specific keys for external APIs and things like that. It's all stored in Chef environment. I'm not sure how can I. So it's all based on JSON files, and I think I can share those files with you. So you can have everything there.
I could see the app config file where we have QA and stage and prod environment server names, but there I could not find username and password of these DBs.
Okay, so let me show you how it's stored, but I'm thinking what's the best way to show you it to you.
Okay.
Um, because we store it in our Gerrit repository,
Okay.
but it may be, I'm not sure if I think it's our internal thing, because I guess you cannot, you don't have Gerrit account. Mm, hmm. What I can do is to share all those files which we use with all the environments variables with you guys. I can even attach it to email. I mean everything which is then used by Jeff, if that's
Okay.
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 Yeah, about I remember there was some part about which credentials can be used to log in into the page itself. I mean to log in here. But that's not something I know, because I was only responsible for DevOps part of it, and actually I have no idea what are the credentials to log into the project, because I always I used to tell to my to developers that I deployed what they wanted me to deploy, and they were checking everything. So I may not be able to help with this part.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
because I think you know Ola, right? The technical architect of SRW team.
Mm-hmm.
We asked her about the IDs, and she pointed us to you. So we thought of getting the IDs from your end.
Oh, who said it? Alexandra, you mean?
Yes, yes.
Oh, then I think that uh, maybe she was thinking about some other credentials. I guess that she was thinking about credentials to Jenkins itself, but to the to application I was not involved in that, and I can talk to Alexandra if you like. I think she's not on the vacation anymore,
So she's back.
and
She's back yesterday.
yeah. Oh, yesterday. Okay, so I can tell her once again that I'm not able to help with application credentials itself, but not sure why she told you that. I'm not even sure if she knows the credentials, because I know that she knows one login and password, but I don't think that she's aware how to create new passwords and things like that, because she was not responsible for that. But actually, two other backend guys were responsible for that. But as you probably know, unfortunately, they were fired.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we are like stuck in something that we don't really know what's going on with that, and I know that many people raised many questions, but we are just saying that guys, you should not fire main backend people. I mean, all of the backend people, because it wasn't a good moment to do this, because like you said, this project is not fully finished.
Right.
So you guys have something difficult to work with, but I hope that you will have less problems that we had.
Okay, let's hope for that, Pavel. Okay,
Yes, yes.
I'll check again with Ola regarding the IDs because we are actually stuck here. We are unable to access the application and play with the
Mm-hmm.
site actually to get to know about the SRW site.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
we are in desperate need of those IDs. So I'll check again with her,
Mm-hmm.
see if she can help us in some other way.
Okay, hopefully it's not reverse engineering of the application.
Okay. Anything? Do we have anything else to discuss with?
No, please.
No other queries?
Yeah.
Do we want? Anything?
Yes,
I
just
think
to just yeah, I will like I said, I will send to you those PDF files which we have this old pipeline thing documented once again, so you can take a look like slowly, no rush.
Okay, Pavel, that would be of great help.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I think that's all for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Pavel, we are done here. Okay, so
Okay.
thanks a lot for the demo.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, guys, for your time also,
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye.
and good luck. Bye.
Bye.